Hi everyone, Happy New Year. This is Shriyans, and in this video we're going to discuss my New Year resolutions, and we're going to come up with a plan to help us stick to those New Year resolutions. And I'll tell you what kind of resolutions you need to make so that they are achievable and you have a sense of satisfaction at the end of the year. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get going. So my resolutions for this year are: firstly, I have to learn app development. Right now I'm at the beginner stage. I'm learning Android development. Then I have plans to shift into iOS development, but that's not for this year. At least probably it's for this year, but I haven't fixed on that yet. But yeah, I want to get into app development, learn it as a skill which I can use to monetize. Then I have to then I'll freelance using this app dev and use that money to grow this YouTube channel. That is kind of the plan with app development. And of course, if I'm able to make good money with it, then I'll also fund my monthly expenses of college. And number two is I have to get better at pen testing in cybersecurity. So if you don't know about it yet, then pen testing is basically penetration testing, where you get into where the client gives you a website of theirs or an app or something, and you try to get into it, and if you find any loopholes, you make a report about it and inform them so that you make it as unhackable as possible. And I just wanted to get better at that and try it out as a service for people. I haven't fixed if I'll monetize that or if I'll do it for free, but that is something I want to get really better at. So at number 3, I need to hit the gym.
And his name is John C.
Like, I have grown a lot of body fat during this COVID time when I was at home, and I need to get all of that down. So I have to hit the gym. This I've never taken it seriously, but I just went to the gym for a week or so in college, and it actually had a really good effect. Exercising kept my mind stable. I was able to think clearly. The overall feeling was better. So I'm considering that this year I'll try and get into shape. And again, the goals have to be realistic, so I won't be like I have to get abs by June or something. I just need to get the body fat down and get into a good shape. That's all. I'm not focusing on abs right now. At number 4, I need to grow this YouTube channel. It actually was very interesting when I started, and it still is. But the problem is, when I'm in the hostel, this time I have a double room and not a single room, so it was not entirely possible to make videos, though I made a few, but nothing quite grand this semester. So I need more subscribers, and I have to take this channel to a monetary level by the end of this year. That is what I'm thinking, because right now I'm at some 218 subs or something when I last checked. So it's not very tough to get to 1000 subscribers if I keep putting content regularly. But even that, I'm not sure, because it's still 800 subscribers more, or 780 if you want to be precise. Then yeah, I'll be like, let me get to 700 subscribers or something. But I am planning on getting it to the monetary level. So it's just aim high and you'll get something less than that. So that kind of a philosophy. And I need to get better at video editing. Like right now what I do is just basic video editing, but I want to make the videos as engaging as possible, get better background musics and all. I'll work on that, and that is for this YouTube channel. And also, it would be great if you guys can tell me in the comments about the kind of videos you want from me, be it according to college or about studying in general or anything else. I just have a few videos lined up. I'll tell them in the as we proceed in this video. And if you want something else, please put it in the comments. Or you can just text me on Instagram. All of you have my Instagram handle. It will be linked in the description and in the content in the channel above page, anyway, about page. So yeah, that's for the YouTube channel. And then I need to study better. Last semester was very bad. The results are not out yet. They'll be out sometime today. So I'll make a video about that after the results are out. But it was not up to the mark. Like, it was the way I've written the exams is not even comparable to how I performed in the second semester. Second semester was extremely good, though even that could have been better, but it was quite satisfactory for me. so I have to get better at studying, and I have made a different plan, a study technique, and if it works out for me, then I'll make a video about it and tell you guys. So basically, in one of the previous videos on this channel, I told you about the way you should study in my second semester. But what I realized is that technique works only for the first year. Once you come into the second year, you get into your core subjects and everything is almost new, at least to many people. So you have to revise your study technique. It has to be changed. So I have changed it right now. I'll see if it works, and then I'll let you know. And the last resolution I have for this year is read more books. So it's not like reading fictional books. Even you can do that too. Like, if you're a beginner and you're just getting into reading books, then you can read what interests you, so that you get into the habit of reading, and then you can read the other self-help books or whatever you feel like reading. But make sure the books you read are relevant to your situation. Like, if you're thinking of starting up, if you're thinking of starting a company, and then you can read books related to startups. If your company is at a good enough level, then you can, and you want to hire people, then there's a book, How Not to Hire. You can read that. So you have to read books based on the situation you're in. At least that's what I think. So right now I'm reading this book called Stoicism for Inner Peace, and the other two books I wanted to read are The 4-Hour Workweek and Secrets of Productive People. There are several other books too which I wanted to read, but I have not mentioned them. These two are the books which I want to read right now. So this is like not a full year resolution for the books. This is like I want to read all of these by March, so that kind of a thing. And so that's all for my resolutions. But now it's time to discuss, how do you frame your resolutions, or even in my resolutions, how do you stick to them and such stuff. So the way you can keep going, or one pro tip, if you consider it that way, one pro tip from my side is share everything you do. Okay, log everything. Create a separate Instagram account if you don't have one already, just for this purpose. Whatever you're doing, take pictures. If you have read 10 pages in a book, and if you're just starting to read, okay, if you haven't read books till now, like me, even I'm just starting to read. If you haven't read books till now and you just want to get into the habit of reading, then just if you finish 10 pages in a day, take a picture, put it on the Instagram, and put a suitable caption, and then put the date. Then once you finish, like, if someday you're able to do 50 pages, then you can put that again. So when you go back and look at your Instagram, it feels very nice. And to the people who are following you on Instagram, mostly they'll be at your level only, or else they wouldn't follow you. So even they'll be like, yeah, there is someone who's like me. You look at all these influencers on social media and you're like, I will never reach that level. But it's more important to look at people who are at your level and who have the zeal of excelling in life or achieving something in life. And because it's different when you see someone in their growing age, and when as compared to when you see someone in their prime time. So there's that. And don't be very static related to stuff. Okay, so just before I get into that, make sure you share your failures too. So if you had the plan of getting into reading 10 pages today and you couldn't, so make sure you share that. Put it as a story. There's no need to put a post for that. Like, if you fail something big, okay, for example, if you had if you were trying something out, like, I can't come up with a good enough example as of now, but if you're trying something, okay, some project, something, for example, just take a project. If you're doing some project using machine learning, you just wanted to do that as a part of your resolution, and you couldn't do that due to some reason, just put it on Instagram. Just take a picture of you in that situation, or just a screenshot of your code, just blur the code or something like that, and just put a post on Instagram saying, and in the caption, write down, you failed. Okay, so people who are looking at you, they again come to reality and they realize that you're not a machine. So, and that is true, you're not a machine. You don't have to excel at everything you do. There is no reason why you have to have success in everything you do, because there's one line I really like. I don't know if I came up with this myself or if it exists before. So all the credits to the person who said it first. Share your progress for the success, and share your failure for the teachings. This is a philosophy which I apply in my life too, and failures are as important as successes are. So yeah, and then don't make static timetables. The second point. I know you want to make a timetable and stick to it, but don't make it too static. Like at this hour of time on this day, I will do this work. That won't work out because you won't know what kind of a situation you'll be in. So make sure your timetables are dynamic. For example, you're like, probably out of the 5 resolutions I have, I will do 3 of them today, and the next day other 2 which you didn't do on the first day, plus 1 more which that you can decide, either something you like or something that takes a long time, or something like that. So this is a better approach because you can, you'll be like, fine, I just have to achieve 3 goals. There's no time limit. So by the end of the day, you should be done with it. You won't have a mental pressure of if something is off. Okay, if you have to be at some other place, if your friend is injured, you go to the hospital, something like that. Or if you have an extra class scheduled, then you won't be able to stick to the timetable, and it'll just be a mess. So don't make such timetables. And the last thing, do what you like and do what you must. So make sure your resolutions are something you like, or else you won't be able to stick to them, or something is of utmost importance, which will help you in the long run. And if you're an engineering student or any equivalent degree, if you're in a if you're done with 12th and you're doing some degree, then it's time you think about the future and make decisions accordingly. So just do what you like and do what you must. Don't do stuff because someone asked you to do it or someone did it and they excelled in life. You won't be able to stick to those resolutions no matter what. So that's all I have in this video for my resolutions and some tips for you guys if it works out. And comment on your resolutions. I would love to read them. And if there's no one you can share with, okay, if you think your friends and family, if you do something and put it on Instagram or somewhere where your family follows you, you can't tell your friends and family, if they'll be like, probably your parents are like, why do you want to get into all this, shut up and study, or something like that. And if your friends are not very supportive, you can just text me on Instagram. I will for sure reply to your text, because even I am in the growing stage right now. And yeah, let us all have this collective sense and work together. So that's all I have in this video. Hope you stick to your resolutions and form good resolutions first and then stick to them. And have a great new year. Bye. See you in the next video.